In this question, we are looking at trigonometric function. We are given a function that's cost function, has to do with the sale of scarves. And then in the next part, we are given a different function. And as well, it's about the daily sales of scarves. The value of t doesn't change, is the number of days. And here we have to find the value of t, meaning what? Find the value of x. Don't forget, it's always about x and y, for which, and here we have value of y for s function and the value of y for c function give the same number of daily scarves. So basically they are saying that when one function is equal the other function. That's what they are saying. Okay, so if I take s function, now before we do that, have a look at that new function that they gave us, ct. Look at that here. Here we have st. Okay, so let's think about it. So if I am saying that st function is the same as ct function. So I'm just going to take that ct here expression and replace that. So what, they want to do that. So now we can see, well, s function is equal s function minus a number. So if I take, let's not leave a negative here. So I'm going to move that number to this side. Oops. They want to do that. So I'm just going to take that number because I don't want to deal with negative and move to the other side of the equation. So this number I moved here, and then I'm going to move the other st here. So this st is already here. Then if I'm moving this st to the other side, what do? Change the sign. So minus st. So that means what? St minus st, that's 0, isn't it? Because whatever that value is minus exactly the same value, then I have 0. Now, let's say you didn't see that in the exam and you replace the st with this function. You will arrive at the same exactly value. Let me just replace that for you. So st is 21 plus 19 cos 2 pi t over 365, and then minus, and again st function, minus 21 minus 19 cos 2 pi t over 365. So you can see it, those numbers will simplify out. Yeah, even if you didn't see it, you will arrive at the same answer. Okay, so now that is simple enough. I have 2.4 plus 0.3t equals 0. I move 2.4 to the other side because I want to find the value of t. Therefore, I change the sign. And last thing, because I want t, not t multiplied by 0.3, I divide both sides by 0.3. I put that in my calculator and I get my answer. I've noticed my mistake. I changed one sign. I didn't change the other. My apologies. So this should be reading minus, not plus, because I moved those values around. Therefore, I should change the sign, isn't it? So we put that in the calculator. We press equal and we get, oh, what's that happen here? 80. So that's the value of t. Okay, let's have a look at next part here. This part, so we have three graphs, j, k, and l. Okay, one of these graphs shows the function c of t over a number of years. And they are still reminding us what that function c of t is. So it's function s of t minus, and then we have an additional description here. Okay, so I'm looking at the graphs. Well, definitely it's not a straight line, isn't it? Because it's a little bit too complex to be a straight line. So I know it's not this graph. So I have graph K and graph L to pick from. I know that function s of t is what? It is a cost function, isn't it? So if it is a cost function, we know that the cost function will look like that. But will it be k or l? And it's not just a cost function. It has this additional thing saying minus, and then we have an additional description here. What is that? Well, that's actually what? A linear function, isn't it? So I have a linear function that is positive because the value that stands beside x is positive, so it goes up. So if I join that straight line and that cos function, what I get is this cos function going up. And that's the graph here. And I know it wasn't easy to see at the first place.